In this video, we shall have a look at the direct sequence spread spectrum system, DSSS, direct sequence spread spectrum. Okay. So let us consider the binary information is to be transmitted using the binary PSK. Okay, modulation technique used is binary PSK. So it is called as the direct sequence spread spectrum. If I am using FSK or MRFSK, it will be called as frequency hopped spread spectrum. Okay, now it is PSK, so DSSS. Okay, so let us consider the R to be as the information rate bits per second, and 1 by RB will be the bit duration. Okay, and let us consider available channel bandwidth is BC, which is expressed in hertz. Okay, and here BC available channel bandwidth will be very much larger compared to RB. Okay, RB is the information rate, the bit rate. Okay. Okay. The modulator side, the bandwidth of the information signal is expanded to W is equal to BC hertz. Okay, how? By multiplication of the signal with the PN sequence. Okay, PN signal. Now the information bearing baseband signal is denoted as V of t. So let me consider the baseband signal or the information signal or the message signal is V of t, and it is represented as AN is the amplitude level, GT of T minus NTB is actually the rectangular pulses. Okay, so it is shown in the next. So summation of all the rectangular pulses will give me the message signal. Okay, so in this way we will try to understand the concept of message signal multiplication with the PN signal. Okay, so in this equation AN is used, and this AN is the amplitude level. So and the amplitude level is plus or minus 1. So you will see that signal later. Now, okay, GT of t is the rectangular pulse of duration TB. Okay, so look at here. I am having the V of t, which is the message signal, M of t information bearing signal, this data signal, which is 1010. For example, we have taken here, and it is multiplied with the PN sequence, PN signal, and this signal is also rectangular pulses, and the amplitude levels of both the signal. Okay, both the signal amplitude levels are plus 1 and minus 1. Okay, so this is very important here. So it will be very easy to do mathematical considerations here. That is why we are taking them as to be plus or minus 1. Now observe. So these two signals are to be multiplied. Okay, C of t multiplied with V of t. We will consider what is C of t now. Okay, so when these two are multiplied, the resulting signal C of t into V of t is shown in this product signal C. Okay, so we can observe. So positive means, so from here to this point, from the starting to this point, okay, the same signal is result into here, the same signal. So this is a negative side, and this is positive side, and this negative side, this is multiplied and inverted. Okay, so in this portion it is inverted. Okay, so I will write it here as inverted. Okay, the same signal is inverted here. So this is the this V of t into C of t is the time domain DSSS signal. DSSS means a direct sequence spread spectrum signal. Okay, so we'll do some mathematics about this. So this signal V of t is multiplied by the PN signal expressed as the PN signal is expressed C of t. So it is having some amplitude level Cn, which is also plus or minus 1 because it is binary, and P of t minus NTC is the pulse. Okay, rectangular pulses. Okay, rectangular pulse of duration TC. So we'll consider them to be as chip duration later. That is why in the previous one we have message signal, we have taken that as to be TB, bit duration. Here it is TC, chip duration. Okay, so this multiplication will spread the signal. Okay, so into the wider bandwidth occupied by the PN signal C of t, same bandwidth we get. So in the frequency domain it has been shown here. So this is V of f means the message signal, Okay, the spectrum, carrier signal, which is the PN sequence, the spectrum. Then these two are multiplied. Actually, time domain it is multiplication, and frequency domain it is convolution. So convolution will result into this one. Okay, this I have shown in the first video. Okay. Okay, the product of the signal V of t and C of t, amplitude modulates the, because we are multiplying simply in time domain, we are multiplying the two signals. Okay, we are multiplying the two signals, so therefore it is the DS based signal. So AC is the amplitude level into V of t into C of t cos 2 pi FCT. Okay, some multiplication. Since V of t and C of t are having the amplitude levels plus or minus 1, V of t into C of t will result into plus or minus 1 only. Okay, because they are the amplitude levels plus or minus 1. Then the carrier modulated transmitted signal may also be expressed as U of t is equal to AC into cos of 2 pi FCT plus theta of t. Okay, here what we are trying to do is, we are trying to prove that, so this signal is the signal. How? So consider here theta of t. So when theta of t is equal to, theta of t will be equal to 0, when V of t into C of t will be, so you can understand here, when V of t into C of t is equal to plus 1, this will become as AC into cos of 2 pi FCT. Okay, because theta of t will be equal to 0. Okay, when V of t and C of t is, multiplication will result into minus 1. If it is minus 1, then theta of t will be equals to pi. Okay, so therefore change in the phase is 0 and pi, binary PSK. So therefore we are proving it that the transmitted signal U of t is, means the spread signal U of t is the PSK signal. Okay. So TC is the chip duration, as I told previously. Now we will consider the ratio of this bit and the chip durations. Remember, TB is related to the message signal, DC is related to the PN sequence signal, PN signal. Okay. So the ratio of TB to TC, okay, chip duration to chip duration, is LC, where LC represents the number of chips of the PN signal per information bit. You can understand this statement. Also, it represents the number of 180-degree phase shifts in the transmitted signal duration during the bit interval TB. Okay, so we shall see it later. What is LC? Now it has been simply introduced here. What is LC? Remember, LC is equal to TB by TC. So now the demodulation process. So in this demodulation process, you can simply understand the received signal is multiplied again by the PN signal C of t, and this you can understand this again here, demodulation. So this is de-spreading and this portion is demodulation. This is spreading and this is demodulation. Okay, so you can understand this is a multiplier and the integrator. So this will give me the correlator. So through the correlator it is passed. So in module number 3 you have learned what is the correlator. When it is passed through the correlator, I will get a value, and that value is sampled. The signal symbol is sampled. So after sampling, we can compare it with the clock signal. Okay, sorry, not comparing with the clock signal. So when it is sampled, so it is transmitted. The sampled point is, means the value, sampled value is transmitted to the decoder to identify whether the signal, identification of the signal. Okay, so the result signal is multiplied by C of t, that has been explained here. Some mathematics has been shown here. So since according to this equation, C square of t means again here multiplication, so therefore C square of t will be 1. So therefore AC into V of t into cos 2 pi FCT will remain. If there is a noise, that has to be removed here. Okay, so this is about the, what is this, DSSS, okay, direct sequence spread spectrum.